Hey everyone, this is Jacob with the Ultimate Gif Tool. Let's create a quick GIF to see how it works. First we hit record, grab a few frames, and then our preview appears right in the inspector. From there we can watch it, trim a few frames off the end, trim a few more off the beginning, and hit save. Just like that, we created, edited, and saved our first GIF. And we can view it with the press of a button. Not only that, but the Ultimate Gif Tool also lets you save on other platforms. So you can see here, this is the directory to save while in the editor. We've also got the ability to save in standalone. On mobile, both iOS and Android, you can save to the gallery. And on web, you can either download the GIF or open it in a new tab. While we're here, you can also edit the file name settings. I prefer to include just the project name and a counter, but you could also add the date with whatever format you choose, the resolution, or the camera. You can reset the counter there. You can also choose the worker priority for saving the GIF, the repeat count. So with -1, that's no repeat. 0 would be infinite repeat, or you could set a specific repeat count beyond that. You can also set the quality. Higher quality will take longer to save, or reset after save automatically if you don't plan on editing the file you've just saved. So those are all the save settings. We've got a few more settings up here. So like we have stop automatically. If you just want to start and stop as soon as 5 seconds is reached, you could do that. If instead you want to record the last 5 seconds, maybe you want to hit record, you want to mess with some things, do a few attacks, or get just the right gameplay footage you want, you can do that. It'll constantly keep the last 5 seconds or however many seconds you've set. And then as soon as you're done getting the gameplay set up and the GIF just the way you want it, you can hit pause. Now we have the last 5 seconds recorded. Now that was a bit jittery, so if we want to record more frames per second, we can do that. And then at 30 FPS, you can see it's almost like a movie now, not as much like a GIF, but it works great, super smooth. So we have that. And those are the record settings, some advanced settings. There's a time scale over right here if you want to slow things down for some slow-mo GIFs or just to get the exact footage you want. There's also hotkeys, which you can customize. Right now, it's G to start recording, stop recording. It just toggles it, so that works really, really well as well. Let's bring down that FPS. And one more really cool feature is temporarily enabled and disabled game objects. So, for example, here's a grid line canvas. It splits up the screen according to the rule of thirds, so you can line things up, make sure your GIF looks, the framing is done really well, and record just a really aesthetically pleasing GIF. So, you've got all that set up, you're ready to record, but you don't want your grid line canvas to appear in your GIF. So you add that to the temporarily disabled game objects, hit record. As you can see, the grid line is disabled while you're recording, so it doesn't appear in your GIF. That's really convenient for really busy UI that you don't want to show or debug info while you're building the app. There's also temporarily enabled game objects. And that might be if you want to add your logo in the corner or some debug info somewhere else. That works really well for that. You can override the background with a specific background color if you choose. There's also 4 different capture modes. Screen capture just captures exactly what's on the screen while you're recording. It's fast, it's smooth. I recommend doing that. There's also single and multi-camera. And async. Async is an experimental Unity feature, so it works as well as the original feature does. I'm working on supporting it. It'll work right now, but just with a single camera. So then one more setting that you really want to mess with is size settings. So you can choose to resize before or after recording. Before recording means you can capture exactly what's seen there and not resize it, so it's more precise, more visually appealing. So if we do that, start recording, just like that. It looks like I left background color there, so background color of black. But that's recorded just the size we want. That's 506 by 253. That is the ideal size for Twitter. So now we can see that playing really nicely. Also, another really cool thing we can do is we could set a cutout. So say we don't want this stuff on either side here, really busying up our UI. So we want to trim it to just the stuff in the center. And maybe we'll trim off this sphere at the bottom too. So drag that up, just focus on the stuff we want, a bit higher, and then we can hit record. Pause it when we're done. And there we've recorded exactly the cutout that we want to see. Alright, and so that's a demonstration of all the core features of the Ultimate Gif tool. I think it's a really handy tool, and I hope you'll check it out.